This is something all of us have probably heard a lot, whether it's from videos on YouTube, random family and friends, and stylists saying it as well, that keeping your hair dirty helps it grow. Don't wash it too much, let the oils build up, shampoo strips your hair. But let's be honest, if that really worked, all of our hair would be down our back by now. A lot of you guys have seen the videos of people keeping their cornrows and their hairstyles in for 3 months, 5 months, and then taking a video of them taking down their hair where they have a ton of buildup and a ton of flakes. The truth is, dirty hair does not grow faster. But the phrase "don't touch your hair" has a little bit of truth in it. So this is why this came about and what the actual truth in it is. By the way, I also delve into this topic much deeper on my Substack, The Curl Diaries. That'll be linked in the description box. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, if you're enjoying the video so far. So a lot of people saw that when they would leave a protective style in, that it felt like their hair was growing faster, or that they saw more length retention from it. And that is true. Typically with protective styles, people do tend to see more length retention due to you not constantly manipulating it every day and styling it every day. So people assume, because typically in protective styles we don't really shampoo our hair, that was the same thing and it was equivalent to dirty hair equals faster hair growth, which is not true. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying shampooing your hair every other day is more beneficial than something else, but the fact is leaving your protective styles in for 3 months plus is not helping you. In fact, it actually might be hurting your hair. The reason why is when you leave your hair in a protective style and you do nothing to it, which is honestly the best case scenario considering what some other people do to their hair when it's in a protective style. But let's just say you put in a protective style like box braids and you leave it in for 2 to 3 months. You don't put any product on it, you don't wash it, you don't take it out, you just leave it alone. The problem with that is once you hit the 6-week mark, and honestly sometimes before that, your hair gets extremely dry because your hair still dries out whether it's in a protective style or not. So not re-wetting or adding some product to it, or a little bit of moisture at least, does harm your hair when you take it out. It causes very extreme breakage, extreme dryness. Some people even notice that their hair is extremely uneven when they take out their protective style because the breakage was so bad. So like maybe the front of their hair will be up to here, then the bottom of the hair will be up to here, and it'll be like kind of zigzaggy throughout their hair. And that's because the dryness and the breakage was so bad throughout the protective style that when they took it out, their hair was kind of done for. On the other hand, some people who wear protective styles put in way too much product. And that's when you see videos of people taking down their cornrows and they have a crap ton of buildup when they're taking it down. Sometimes it might be dandruff, but typically it's people who are wearing wigs and they'll apply product and mousse and stuff to their wigs, and sometimes even makeup, and it'll go through the wig net and hit their actual hair. So then you'll see chunks of debris and what looks like dandruff and buildup flying off of their hair once they take them out. Some people also add coconut oil and shea butter to their protective styles and nothing else as a way to re-moisturize. Depending on the oil and butter you're using, it may not actually be helping you, especially depending on your hair's porosity. And if you don't know what your hair's porosity is, I highly recommend taking my free porosity quiz. I built it myself and it's up on my website, BigHeadJustice.com, and it will ask you a bunch of questions that will help you come to a real conclusion on what your hair's porosity is, since we all know the cup in water method doesn't actually work. So go take that if you currently don't know what your hair's porosity is. So the idea that dirty hair grows faster really just came from people leaving their hair in a protective style and seeing that their length did retain more, but they made it equate to leaving your hair dirty makes your hair grow more. Everyone's hair is different. Everyone has to shampoo their hair at different times typically. Some people's scalp gets a little bit itchy and dry if they don't shampoo every 4 days. Some people's hair feels awful when they shampoo that often, so they'll have to wait about maybe 8 or 12 days. It's really up to what your scalp really likes, and you'll typically know. But I would say anything longer than 6 to 8 weeks without shampooing is likely not going to benefit your hair any, because your hair's follicles do get clogged. And when your follicles are clogged and your scalp is inflamed, your scalp actually reduces the hair growth that you see. So if you're going 6, 8, 10, 12 weeks without shampooing, you may be doing more harm than good. What I recommend with leaving in protective styles is taking some warm water and leave-in conditioner in a spray bottle and spraying your protective style with that mixture every 3 to 4 days. And make sure to always blow dry your hair completely dry once you're done putting in the leave-in water mixture, because you don't want to get mold in your protective style. And if If your hair is medium high porosity, you're going to want to add a lightweight oil on top of the hair before you dry it after the leave-in and water to help really seal in the moisture, because the moisture will leave very fast in protective styles like box braids. So I'd put on jojoba oil or grapeseed oil on top of it, a very light coat, and then blow dry it completely dry. And when it comes to how long you should keep your protective styles in, I would not keep them in longer than 4 to 8 weeks at the most. Even 8 weeks is pushing it a little bit. I typically recommend about 6 at the most. But if you are going to keep them in for longer than 4 weeks, I recommend shampooing just your scalp as best as you can without soaking the rest of your hair with a watery shampoo mixture and a applicator nozzle, and applying it directly on your scalp and scrubbing and just rinsing. No conditioner, no anything. The only thing you should be using afterwards is the leave-in water mixture plus the oil if you're medium or high porosity, and blow drying completely dry. I'd recommend washing your protective style every 2 to 3 weeks if you can, just to get all the buildup off of your scalp and to make sure that it's completely healthy. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you have not already. You can follow all of my socials at BigHeadJustice. Also, this is your last chance to grab my curly hair paint before it is gone for good. If you've ever wanted to try color without the damage or the commitment, this is your chance. It's made specifically for dark curly coily hair, and it lasts up to 7 days. We have 5 colors: blue, red, white, brown, and green. And the more you buy, the more you save. So grab a couple of jars while we still have it. The link is in the description. But yeah, that's it.